bread. It's so good, whether it's by itself or with a meal. How did it come about though? Well, in Europe, they used to have a kind of communal village oven. It was called a wood oven, like this one here. It was for the whole community to use. So they'd put their big loaves of bread in there, cook it, and then go away and do other things. Now, this is how pizza was invented, right? While they were waiting for their loaves, they would get a little bit of dough, roll it up in a ball, stick it into the wood oven while they're waiting for their bread, and they'd eat the pizza base for a bit of a snack while they're waiting for their bread to cook, which pretty much that's how pizza got invented. Pretty cool, eh? Well, we're going to meet Rowena right now and find out how bread is made, so let's go and see. Look at this, is like our own outdoor kitchen.
It is.
It's great. Okay, so what have we got here? How do we make a loaf?
So we need 300 mils of warm water.
Okay, 300 mils. Write this one down.
We need about a spoonful of olive oil and a good big spoonful of yogurt. And
Yum.
we stir that up.
Is it just any yogurt, or what kind of yogurt's that?
I just use ordinary plain yogurt. I wouldn't use strawberry or raspberry.
At least you want your loaf to taste a little bit like that.
And then we use 2 good teaspoons of yeast.
I noticed that you do roughly kind of estimate, you don't just get exact.
Well, no.
You get down to
When
an art
you
of
get
it.
used to it, you can just do it. So I'm going to put 500 grams of plain baking flour in there.
Yep.
I'm going to add.
Oh, plain, okay.
It is very plain.
So you don't need to use high grade?
Yes, I do use high grade. That's the best for bread.
Yep.
And then a teaspoon of salt goes in there, and then we mix in the liquid. That's the best part. So you mix all that in and stir it up. And this is where, after you've scrubbed your hands, you can get your hands in there. And kneading is the best part of making bread. You get the gluten to start working in the flour is to knead it. So yeah, you need a good board, you need some space, you need to be able to make a mess.
Yeah, and that's what I love about being outdoors. You've got your big chopping board on this awesome bench, and I can smell the smoke from the outdoor wood oven. It smells so good. So you cook pizza in here as well, don't you?
I do, and I bake bread, and you can cook your dinner. You can make meat, cook your meat in it.
Oh,
So when
nice.
you knead, you push your hand in, turn it, and it's a quarter turn every time you go round. It's a quarter turn, and you're putting the air into your bread, into your dough, and you are releasing the gluten in the flour.
Nice.
And by putting the air in there, that's also going to help it to rise. So I do that. I probably do that about 50 times. That's all it takes.
Is that your kind of secret? If you don't do this, it's not going to be a good loaf?
It's not. Definitely not.
So it pays to do this, do the hard yards, and this is one of the secrets into having a good loaf, because there's quite an art to making bread, isn't there? Because I mean, you would have had quite a few flops when you first started.
I have, and believe it or not, it depends on the weather.
Oh wow.
It depends a lot on the weather. A warm, humid day, you'll usually always have success with bread. A cold, dry day, no.
Okay.
So therefore you must keep your bread in a moist environment. So we put it into a bowl, like that. I usually put a bit of oil over it, just to keep the outside of it moist, and then I cover it and put it in a warm place. By covering it like that, you're keeping the moisture in, and it's going to rise, and within an hour it should look like this.
One you've prepared earlier. This looks awesome. Look, and so all of that dough has kind of gone all...
It has.
It's gone all weird, eh?
It's all bubbly and sticky.
It's amazing. So it's kind of... like I can see how the yeast is activated into the flour.
Right. And see how it is sticky. But don't worry about that. Just cover it with flour, some more flour.
Oh.
Work it in. Work it in. Just knead it a bit more.
It's a bit needy, isn't it?
It is. Bread is very needy, but then we need bread.
Exactly. Such a
So,
good carb.
It's a good thing. Now this is a plain white loaf, but you can I do a lot of wholemeal, stone ground, all sorts.
Yum.
So what I usually do is there's your dough for 2 pizza loaves or 2 focaccia loaves.
Oh, sweet. So you could actually roll this out, make a pizza base?
You can.
Oh.
Roll it out thinner, make a pizza base, put it on a tray, leave it for 5 or 10 minutes, and then bake it in a hot oven.
Nice.
Now, a hot oven, it should take 7 to 10 minutes in a hot oven. And out comes the bread.
Oh, that looks so yummy. Look, perfect. It's got a lightly dusted with a bit of brown on top. It looks so yummy. So we could have this with our meal tonight.
We could.
Oh,
But we could have also put some tomato sauce, some toppings on, and we could have made a pizza.
oh wow. So it's so cool having an outdoor oven. You must love doing this.
I do.
Yeah.
I love it. And my guests enjoy it too.